Hello everyone, welcome to UPSC CSAT classes of Kalam IAS Academy. Today we will continue with our CSAT topics. Today's topics is permutation and combination along with probability. This is very interesting topic of UPSC CSAT paper. It doesn't require any formulas as such to be remembered, but applying of logic will help in getting the answer at a very good speed and accuracy, because it just requires logic, simple logics, and we can easily get our answer without any difficulties. So continuing this topic, the first topic is permutation. So what is permutation? We'll start with basics and then we'll keep on moving to the next topics. Permutation is basically arrangement of objects in a specific order. It is in very simple words, it's just arrangement of objects. In permutation, the order in which the objects are arranged matters. Like suppose we have objects A, B, C. How they are arranged, it can be A, B, C, B, A, C, C, A, B. So you can see there are number of ways of arranging the same object. So permutation is number of ways we can arrange a particular number of objects, and how we arrange also matters. For example, as we see three objects A, B, C, the number of permutation of these objects. So let's calculate like number of permutations possible. Like as we see A, B, C, then B, A, C, then C, A, B, then B, C, A, then C, B, A, then C, which one is left? A, C, B. So you see that 6 possible ways, and that's the answer. How this comes, we'll discuss a few moments later, from wherein you can easily understand, like rather than making all these combinations manually, we can simply arrive at the answer by applying simple logics. This, like as we see, there are 6 different ways of arranging the objects A, B, C. Now coming to the formula. Formula, or the number of permutation of n distinct items taking r items at a time, is NPR. So NPR is defined. P here is permutation, N is number of n distinct items, and R is the r items taken at a time. And it on simplification, it is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. What is this factorial? We'll see in the coming slide. I hope the what is permutation is clear, and how we calculate is also clear. Application of formula we'll see in next few slides, which will help you in solving the question and also understanding the formula more clearly. Moving on, our next topic is combination. So combination is selection of objects without regard to order. Like we are selecting objects, but we do not see the order in which they are selected. It does not matter in which the order in which the objects are selected does not matter at all. For example, if we have 3 objects A, B, C, as we saw in the previous slide, the number of combination of these objects can be calculated as follows. The number of combination is 3 factorial divided by 2 factorial, that is 3. Now there are 3 possible, if we have 3 objects, there are 3 possible ways of picking the objects. First we pick A, then B, then C, then if we pick B, A, C, or then C, B, A. So basically there are 3 different ways of selecting 2 objects from 3 objects A, B, C. And this is the formula of combination, NCR. This is n factorial divided by r factorial, n minus r factorial. C is combination, n is number of distinct objects, and r is the number of objects we have to pick at a time. Application of formula and proper understanding we will see from the questions. Moving on, we will see what is the concept of factorial, because in these formula you see n factorial. A factorial is a symbol called exclamation mark. This symbol is known as factorial. So in these formulas we need to apply the concept of factorial to get the combination and permutations. So what is factorial? Factorial is, as we saw, denoted by the symbol exclamation mark of English and represents the product of all positive integers from 1 to a given number. For example, if we have to find 5 factorial, that means we have to multiply all the numbers from 5 till 1, and that will be the value of factorial. This is 120. Suppose we have to find 3 factorial, that will be 3 into 2 into 1, that is 6. Also 0 factorial is 1. This is by definition, there is no logic as such in this. Suppose we have to find 7 factorial, that will be 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So this is the value of, like, when we multiply all these number, the answer we get is equals to 7 factorial. I hope the concept of factorial and what is permutation and what is combination is clear. How to apply them in formulas we will see in the next few slides. Like, as we solve questions, this concept will be much more clearer, and you will realize this is such a simple and interesting topic which will help you getting much more marks than you get without preparing this topic. Now comes the third topic. Like, we have seen permutation, we have seen combination, and we have seen the concept of factorial, like how the value of factorial is calculated. Now the third important topic is probability. Probability is that branch of, again, mathematics. It deals with study of likelihood or a chance of an event occurring. Like, what is the chance that today it will rain, or what is the chance that if I go out I will meet an accident. So there is a probability associated with each and every event that is occurring. So if the probability is 50%, that means every second day we have a chance of having rain in our place. Or if the probability is 100%, that means it is sure that event will occur. And if the probability is 0%, that means that event will never occur. It is a number between 0 and 1 that represents the likelihood of that event occurring. Probability of 0 means the event will never occur. Well, probability of 1 means that event is certain. Certain means it will absolutely 100% sure that it will occur. To calculate the probability of an event, we use this formula. Number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of possible outcomes. So number of favorable outcomes means what is chance of an event happening divided by total number of possible outcomes. Suppose we have to find what is the chance of rain happening in a week. So total number of possible outcome is 7 days, and suppose it rains for 4 days. So the probability of a rain happening is 4 by 7. Another example, if we roll a dice, the probability of getting a 6 is 1 by 6, because we have 6 faces of a dice, and in a dice we know that there are 6 faces. So each face has a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So getting a 6, the total number of possible outcomes are 6, and if we get a 6, that is one favorable outcome. So the probability is 1 by 6. Since there is only one favorable outcome, getting a 6 out of 6 possible outcomes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is important, one important rule that we follow in probability is the sum of the probabilities of all possible outcomes of an event must be equal to 1. For example, like, this means, like, probability of all the possible outcomes should be 1. If we roll a dice, the probability of getting any number between 1 and 6 is 1 by 6, and the sum of the probabilities of all possible outcomes from 1 by 6, like, this is probability of getting 1, this is probability of getting 2, this is for 3, this is for 4, this is for 5, and this is for 6. And we are sure that whenever we roll a dice, we'll at least get one number. So if we do summation of all these probabilities, that is equal to 1. So I hope this concept of probability is clear to everyone. Like, again, we have to learn minimum number of formulas and rather apply logic to get the answers, because formulas are confusing and you might end up getting a wrong answer or no answer at all. Moving on, we'll see the PYQs, what kind of questions UPSC is asking, and then understand what to do next. So this is the first question. You have 1 minute, 1.5 minutes to understand the question. Try it yourself and then we'll discuss it. I hope everyone has attempted the question. Now the question is asking how many different sums can be formed with the denominations 50 rupees, 100 rupees, 200 rupees, 500 rupees and 2 rupees 2000, taking at least 3 denominations at a time. Now we have 5 possible denomination 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and we have to take at least 3 denominations at a time. So n in the formula as we saw earlier is 5 because total number of possible ways is 5 and from that 5 we have to choose either 3, at least 3 it is written, so at least 3 means we can choose 3, 4 or 5. That means out of 5 we have to choose 3, 5C3, that is one possible outcome. Second is 5C4, if we choose 4 nodes, and last is 5C5 if we choose all 5 nodes. So putting the values in the formula, this is 5 factorial by 3 factorial into 2 factorial plus 5 factorial by 4 factorial into 1 factorial plus 5 factorial by 5 factorial into 0 factorial. Let's substitute, like we know the formula of NCR is equals to n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. Substituting these values, we can simplify this equations in this way. So 5 factorial means 5 into 4 into 3 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 2 factorial. 2 factorial means 2 into 1 which is equals to 2. So we can simply cut 3 factorial, 3 factorial and 2 into 2. So this value is 10. Similarly, this will be 5 into 4 factorial divided by 4 factorial into 1. 1 factorial is 1, 4 factorial 4 cancels 4 factorial, this will be 5. And this value will be simply 1 because 5 factorial divided by 5 factorial, and as we saw earlier 0 factorial is 1. So total will be coming here 10 plus 5 plus 1 is 16. So answer will be option A. I hope this is clear. I'll just make a small summary of this. It is asking how many different sums. इन 5 नोटों को लेते हुए हम कितने सम्स बना सकते हैं और एक टाइम पे हमें कम से कम 3 नोट को लेना है. या तो हम 3 नोट ले सकते हैं, 4 नोट ले सकते हैं या 5 नोट ले सकते हैं और उन 5 से हमें अलग अलग डिफरेंट सम्स बनाने. सम्स मतलब कितना पैसा बन सकता है इन 5 नोटों को लेते हुए. सो अगर मैं 3 नोट लेता हूँ 5 में से तो इट विल बी 5C3. मैं 4 नोट लेता हूँ तो 5C4 और 5 नोट लेता हूँ तो 5C5. सिंपली इसको इस फॉर्मूले में डालना है. यहाँ पे n 5 है, r इस केस में 3 है, तो इट विल बी 5 फैक्टोरियल डिवाइड बाय 3 फैक्टोरियल और n माइनस r, 5 माइनस 3 यानी 2 फैक्टोरियल. तो इसकी वैल्यू 10 आती है, 5C4 की वैल्यू 5 आती है और इसकी वैल्यू 1 आती है. फिर हमको इनको सिंपली ऐड करना है 10 प्लस 5 प्लस 1 जो कि वैल्यू आएगी 16. बड़ा आसान क्वेश्चन था. आई होप, मतलब इसमें अब ये डाउट आ सकता है कि हमने C क्यों लगाया है और P क्यों नहीं लगाया. तो यहाँ पे कॉम्बिनेशन, एक सेकेंड हम पीछे जाके स्लाइड्स में समझेंगे कॉम्बिनेशन है क्या, जिससे क्लैरिटी आ जाए. परम्यूटेशन मतलब होता है अरेंजमेंट, जबकि कॉम्बिनेशन होता है सिलेक्शन ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट्स. नाउ हमें इन 5 नोट में से 3 नोट सेलेक्ट करने थे, क्योंकि हमें सिलेक्शन करना है इसलिए हम NCR वाला फार्मूला लगा रहे हैं, और अगर हमें अरेंजमेंट देखना है तो हम NPR वाला फार्मूला लगाएंगे। आई होप ये क्लियर हो गया है। लेट्स सी नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। Again you have 1.5 minute, attempt this question and then we will see how we can solve it. I hope everyone has attempted the question. Let's see. In this question, it is being asked how many different 5-letter words with or without meaning, यानी उन words का कोई मतलब हो या नहीं हो उससे फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता है, can be constructed using all the letters of the word Delhi, so that each word has to start with D and to end with I. ना दिल्ली के अंदर कितने वर्ड्स है? DELHI, 1 2 3 4 5, सो 5-letter वर्ड्स बन सकते हैं दिल्ली से 4 5, जिसमें एवरी ईच वर्ड हैज़ टू स्टार्ट विथ D एंड एंड विथ I। यानी अब हमें पूछ रहा है द फर्स्ट एंड द लास्ट प्लेस इज फिक्स्ड, नाउ वी हैव पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ चेंजिंग 3 प्लेसेस, 3 letters फ्रॉम हेयर, 1 2 and 3, and they are asking different ways in which such words can be constructed। तो यहाँ पे अब हमें पिक नहीं करना है, यहाँ पे हमें अरेंज करना है। we don't have to pick we don't have to pick the letters, rather than we have to arrange the letters. Since we are arranging, it will be permutation. Now simply D is gone from here, I is gone from here, we have 3 letters possible, 1 2 3. So in the first position, out of these 3 letters, any of them can come, so there are 3 possibilities. Next, we on the now only out of these 3, 1 is gone and only 2 of the letters are left, so at the second position 2 possibilities are there, and at the last position only 1 letter will be left, so 1 possibility will be there, so the answer will be 6. I hope this is clear. Now here the concept of permutation is being applied because we have to find arrangements and not selection. इसमें फॉर्मूला लगाने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है, वी हैव टू जस्ट अप्लाई लॉजिक कि 3 पॉसिबल तरीके हैं। पहले जो प्लेस है उस पर 3 लेटर आ सकते हैं, दूसरे प्लेस पे 1 लेटर जा चुका होगा तो 2 लेटर आ सकते हैं, और तीसरी प्लेस पे सिर्फ 1 आ सकता है, यानी 6 पॉसिबल वेज है। इसको वी कैन सी इन अनदर वे यूजिंग कंसेप्ट ऑफ कॉम्बिनेशन, लाइक D और I फिक्स है, 3 पॉसिबल है, तो मेरे पास 3 लेटर है, 3 लेटर में से मुझे एक चूज़ करना है एट अ टाइम, 3C1। उसके बाद मेरे पास 2 लेटर है, उसके बाद 1 लेटर है, तो दिस ऑल्सो मीन्स 3C1 मीन्स 3 फैक्टोरियल डिवाइड बाई 2 फैक्टोरियल, दैट इज़ 3 इंटू 2 इंटू 1 अगेन 6। सो दोनों तरीके से आप कर सकते हो, बट लॉजिक इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट कि ऐसा क्यों कर रहे हैं। उसके बाद you don't have to remember the formulas, simply apply the logic and get your answer. So the answer will be D6. Moving on to the next question. You have another 1.5 minutes to solve this question, and then we'll discuss. In this question, they are asking how many 5-digit prime numbers can be found using all the digits, 5-digit prime numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 without repetition of digits. Now, what is a prime digit? Prime number is a number which is divisible by either itself or 1. For example, 3, 5, 7, 11, so etc. You can see like 3 is just divisible by 3 or 1, 5 is divisible by 5 or 1, because these cannot be divided by any other number. They are known as prime numbers. Now they are asking a 5-digit prime number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now using the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now a prime number, as we saw, is not divisible by any other number. Now if we see the summation of these 5 numbers, and again there is no without repetition, that means you can use only one letter at a time. You cannot use twice or thrice. So if we do the summation 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, it comes out to be 15. That means the summation is divisible by 3, and the divisibility rule of 3 mean 3 says if the sum of digit is divisible by 3, that number will be divisible by 3. So in any possible way, whatever number we form using these 5 digits, the summation will always be 15. And since the number 15 is divisible by 3, that means the number is not prime. There is no possible prime digit number which can be formed using the letter digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because the summation will be always divisible by 3. And since it is divisible by 3, it is not a prime number. So answer will be 0. I hope this was clear. Again, it requires logic. There is no point of applying the formulas blindly, because the question does not require it at all. We have to form a 5-digit prime number. Now prime number is, as we saw, is divisible by itself or 1. For example, 3, 5, 7, 11, etc. These all numbers are just divisible by 3, the number itself or 1. And now they are asking, we have to use all the digits from 1 to 5 without repetition to form a 5-digit prime number. And if we see the summation of all these 5-digit number, it is equal to 15, which is divisible by 3. We know that. And divisibility rule of 3 also says that summation of all the digits, if divisible by 3, that means the number is divisible by 3. So there is no possible 5-digit number which can be a prime number and not divisible by 3. So that means the answer is 0. Moving on to the next question. You have another 1.5 minutes, and then we'll see how we can solve this question. I hope everyone has attempted the question. The question says you have sufficient amount of currency. Once again, yeah. Suppose you have sufficient amount of rupee currency in three denominations, rupee 1, rupee 10 and rupee 50. How many different ways you can pay a bill of rupees 107? हमारे पास 1 रुपये के, 10 रुपये के और 50 रुपये के बहुत सारे नोट हैं. कितने तरीके से हम 107 रुपये का बिल भर सकते हैं? हम सारे 1 रुपये भी ले सकते हैं, हम 1 रुपये और 10 रुपये भी ले सकते हैं, हम 1 रुपये, 50 रुपये और 10 रुपये तीनों भी ले सकते हैं. हमें को टोटल 107 रुपये का बिल भरना है. Now we can start with rupees 50. Suppose there are three possible ways. We can have, like, we can divide and make a table rupee 10 and rupee 1. हम 50 का नोट ले सकते हैं, 10 का ले सकते हैं या 1 रुपये का ले सकते हैं. अगर हमने 50 के 2 नोट लिए तो 10 का एक भी नहीं ले सकते. We cannot take 10 rupee note because that will cross 110, and for rupee 1 we can take 7 notes. So this is one possible way, number of ways. If we take 1 rupee 50 note, then we can take 10 rupee note from 0. We can take 1 note, we can take 2 note, 3 note, 4 note and 5 notes till we reach the summation of 100. And depending on that we can take rupee 1 note in the reverse order. If we are taking 0 note of rupee 10, we can take 57 notes of rupee 1, then 47 notes, then 37, 27, 17 and 7. So for example, if you are taking 5 10 rupee note, 1 50 rupee note, the summation will be 50 plus 10 into 5, that is 100, and 7 1 rupee notes. So the possible ways are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is possible in 6 possible ways. पहले केस में एक तरीका ही था जब हम 2 रुपये 50 रुपये के 2 नोट ले रहे थे. अगर हम 50 रुपये का एक नोट लेते हैं तो 6 तरीके हमारे पास 107 रुपये का बिल भरने के. इसमें सिर्फ एक तरीका था. Now if we don't take 50 rupee note at all, हम 50 रुपये का नोट लेते ही नहीं हैं, तो 10 रुपये के हम 0 नोट ले सकते हैं, 1 नोट, 2 नोट, 3 नोट, 4 नोट, 5 नोट, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can take 0 note, we don't take 10 rupee note at all, we can take 1, 2, 3, and depending on that rupee 1 note will vary in the reverse order. If we don't take rupee 10 note, we'll need 107 1 rupee note, then 97, 87 till 7 rupees when we have 10 rupee notes. So the number of possible ways here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. 11 possible ways to get 107. So total number of ways is 1 plus 6 plus 11, that is 7 plus 11, 18. So 18 is the answer. So we have 18 different ways to arrive at the bill of 107 rupees. I hope the question is clear. I'll just bring a small recap. हमें कहा गया है कि 1 रुपये, 10 रुपये और 50 रुपये के नोट से 107 रुपये का बिल कैसे भर सकते हैं. अगर हम दो 50 रुपये के नोट ले लेते हैं तो हम 10 रुपये का तो ले ही नहीं सकते और 7 रुपये के 7 नोट लेने होंगे, तब हमारा बिल 107 आएगा. अगर हम 50 रुपये का एक नोट लेते हैं तो हम 6 तरीके से 107 भर सकते हैं. अगर हम 10 रुपये का नोट ले ही नहीं, एक नोट लें, 2 नोट लें, 3 नोट लें, 4 नोट लें, 5 नोट लें, सपोज़ हम 3 नोट लेते हैं तो हमारा समेशन कितना होगा, 50 प्लस 3 इंटू 10, 80 रुपये. तो हमें 27 रुपये और बचते हैं हमारे, तो हमें 27 नोट लेने होंगे एक के. तो ऐसे हम देखते हैं 6 तरीके हैं ऐसा करने के. और जब हम एक भी 50 रुपये का नोट नहीं लेते हैं तो हमारे पास 11 तरीके होते हैं 107 भरने के. तो सब मिला के 18 तरीके होंगे हमारे पास 107 रुपये का बिल भरने के लिए. मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. You have another 1 minute and then we will solve it. I hope everyone has attempted the question. It says how many triplets satisfy the equation x plus y plus z equals to 6 where x, y, z are natural numbers. ट्रिपलेट्स इसको हिंदी में समझते हैं, कितने सारे 3 नंबर्स इस इक्वेशन को सेटिस्फाई करेंगे, मतलब किन 3 नंबर का समेशन 6 आएगा. सो x, y, z इक्वल्स टू 6. अगर हम 3 लेते हैं, 2 लेते हैं और 1 लेते हैं तो सम 6 आएगा. अब इनको लेने के कितने तरीके हैं, 3, 2, 1. उसके बाद इस 3 नंबर को अरेंज करने के, मतलब 3 में से 1 लूँगा, उसके बाद मैं 2 में से 1 लूँगा, इंटू लास्ट में एक नंबर बचेगा. दिस मीन्स 3 इंटू 2 इंटू 1. 6 तरीके हैं ऐसा इनको अरेंज करने के. इट कैन बी 3, 2, 1, इट कैन बी 1, 2, 3, इट कैन बी 2, 3, 1, इट कैन बी 2, 1, 3, इट कैन बी 3, 2, 1, इट कैन बी 1, 3, 2. सो ये 6 तरीके हैं हमारे पास. अगर हम तीनों नंबर को 2, 2, 2 लेते हैं तब भी 6 आएगा, लेकिन ये सिर्फ एक तरीका है. ये 6 वेज है और ये 6 आने का सिर्फ 1 वे है, क्योंकि हम इनको इंटरचेंज करेंगे तब भी सेम रहेगा. और एक तरीका है हम 3, 1, 3 लें. तो ये करने के हमारे पास कितने तरीके होंगे, हमें इन तीनों में से एक नंबर लेना है, बट 2 नंबर तो इसमें सेम है, 3 एंड 3. तो यहाँ पे 3C1 इंटू 2C1 इंटू 1C1 लगेगा, लेकिन डिवाइड बाई 2 हो जाएगा क्योंकि 2 नंबर तो कॉमन है. तो इट विल बी 6/2, 3. सो वी हैव 3 ways of doing this. Basically 3, 1, 3, 3, 3, 1, 1, 3, 3. That's all. Because whenever you try interchanging other way, it will be the same number. So only 3 ways are possible. So in the first case we have 6 ways, in second case only 1 way, and in third case we have 3 ways. So total will be 6 plus 1 plus 3, that is 10. So we have 10 such triplets which satisfies this equation x plus y plus z equals to 6. Like coming again, हमें ऐसे 3 डिजिट नंबर निकालने हैं जिन तीनों का सम 6 हो. तो ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है, एक 3 हो, एक 2 हो और एक 1 हो, लेकिन इसको जमाने के 6 तरीके हैं, जैसे हमने यहाँ पे देखा और यहाँ इक्वेशन से भी देख लिया. 3C1, 3 में से एक नंबर उठाया, फिर 2 नंबर बचेंगे, दूसरा नंबर उठाया 2 में से, एंड तीसरे में से एक नंबर उठाया. तो 3 फैक्टोरियल डिवाइड बाय 2 फैक्टोरियल इज 3, देन 2, देन 1. 3C1 की वैल्यू अगर देखें तो 3 फैक्टोरियल डिवाइड बाय 2 फैक्टोरियल इंटू 1 फैक्टोरियल विच इज़ 3. तो ये 6 तरीके आते हैं. अगर हम तीनों को 2, 2, 2 लेते हैं तब तो एक ही तरीका होगा, क्योंकि इनको इंटरचेंज करने पे भी सेम नंबर आएगा. और हम 3, 1, 3 लेते हैं तब भी समेशन 6 होगा और इसके 3 तरीके होंगे. यहाँ पे हमने देखा. सो टोटल विल बी 6 प्लस 1 प्लस 3 विच इज़ इक्वल्स टू 10. सो आंसर इज 10. मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. You have another 1 minute and then we will solve it. In this question, we have to find how many diagonals that can be drawn by joining the vertices of an octagon. Vertices of an octagon diagonal. So what is an octagon? Octagon is a polygon having 8 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 और 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is an octagon, a polygon having 8 sides. Now they are asking how many diagonals. Diagonal is a point connecting from one end to another end. Like if we see this 8 to 7, this is not in diagonal, but 8 to 6 is a diagonal. Similarly, 8 to 4 is a diagonal. 1 to 3 is also diagonal. 1 to 6 is also diagonal. So we have to find number of such diagonals which can be drawn by joining the vertices of an octagon. Now we can solve this by formula, but that is quite complex. We can simply visualize things and get our answer. So let's start. We can take one diagonal at a time and solve the question. So let's start with suppose diagonal number 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can draw 5 diagonals from point 7. Now let's start from vertex number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again 5 possible from vertex number. This is vertex number 7. This is vertex number 6. Now coming to vertex number 5. See, now 5 to 7 is already counted, so no point of counting it. 5 to, now starting from vertex 5, as we see 5 to 7 is already counted. Now 5 to 3 is one vertex, 5 to 2, 5 to 1 and 5 to 8. So we can draw 4 vertices from 5. Moving on to vertex number 4. Again 4 to 6 is already there. 4 to 7 is also there. Now 4 to 7, 1, 4 to 1, 4 to 2, we can draw 3 from vertex number 4. Moving on, coming to vertex number 3. Now 3 to 5 is already there, 3 to 6 is also already there, 3 to 7 is also already there. Now 3 to 8 and 3 to 1, only 2 possible. And last, coming to vertex number 2. See, now 2 to 4 is there, 2 to 5 is there, 2 to 6 is there, 2 to 7 is there, 2 to 8 is only not there. So joining 2 to 8, only one possible from vertex number 2. Now if we see vertex number 1 and vertex number 8, all of their diagonals are already counted. So it will be just repetition, you can easily see. So we have to just do the summation of all these values. It will be 10 plus 4, 14, 17, 19, 20. So there are 20 possible diagonals that can be drawn by joining the vertices of an octagon. So answer will be A. I hope this was clear. Again, no point of applying formula. Just visualize things. It's very simple. You have to just keep on connecting and keep a track of how many of these are repeated. And simply add them all. You will get your answer, which is 20. Moving on to the next question. You have 1 minute and then we will solve it. I hope everyone has attempted the question. It is said, for a sports meet, a winner stand comprising 3 wooden blocks. A winner stand comprising 3 wooden blocks, 3 is in following form. There are 6 different colors available to choose from, and each of 3 wooden blocks is to be painted such that no two of them has the same color. In how many different ways can the winner's stand be painted? Now it is saying we have 6 different colors and we can choose any of them to paint these wooden boxes, box 1, 2, 3, and no two of them should have the same color. So simply again applying the logic, for box number 1 we have 6 available colors. For box number 2, one color is there on box number 1, so we have 5 available colors, and for box number 3 we have 4 available colors because 1 and 2 have been painted by a color. So number of possible ways is 6 into 5 into 4, that is 120. Answer option A. Again very simple question, we can apply formula also. Like it is again we have to choose, a selection has to be made, so it is a problem of combination. 6C1, like for the first box we have to choose one color out of 6 colors, into for the next box now only 5 colors are left, we have to choose one color, and for the last box we have to choose one color out of 4 available colors, which comes out to be 6 into 5 into 4, which is 120. A simple problem, you have to just apply logic, nothing else is required, no need to remember formulas also. You have to just simply see number of possible ways of coloring the first box, second box and third box, and multiply all these 3 numbers to get the answer. Now moving on to the next question. You have another 1.5 minutes to attempt it, and then we'll see the answer. I hope everyone has attempted the question. It is said, a person ordered 5 pairs of black socks and some pairs of brown socks. The price of black pair was thrice that of brown pair. While preparing the bill clerk interchanged the number of black and brown pairs by mistake, which increased the bill by 100%. What is the number of pairs of brown socks in the original order? So, person has ordered black socks and brown socks. Suppose the number ordered, like he ordered 5 black and X number of brown socks, because in the question it is written some pairs of brown socks. So let us assume it to be X, and the price of black pair was thrice that of a brown pair. So suppose brown pair is Y rupees, the black pair will be 3Y rupees because it is 3 times. Now it is said, while preparing the bill, the clerk interchanged the number of black and brown pairs of socks by mistake, which increased the bill by 100%. Suppose if the clerk was correct, the correct value of bill should be 5 into 3y plus x into y. This should be the correct bill value. But Since it is interchanged, incorrect will be, basically he has interchanged the number of black and brown. So these two values are interchanged. So black becomes x into 3y plus 5 into y, which is 3xy plus 5y. Now it is said that the incorrect one is 100% more than the correct one. That means it is 2x. 100% increase means if it was 10 rupees, it has become 20 rupees. It has doubled. So just equating these two values, the incorrect is 3xy plus 5y, which is equals to 2 into 15y plus xy, the original one, because it is said incorrect is 100% more than the correct one. Now we have the equation, we have to just simply solve it. It is like coming here, 3xy plus 5y equals to 30y plus 2xy. Rearranging, we get xy equals to 25y. That means x equals to 25. And x was the initial assumption of brown socks. And this is the same, we have to find the number of brown socks in the original order. So the answer is option D, 25. I hope it is clear. Again, it is a simple concept. No need to panic by seeing interchange or the number of pairs. It is just simple mathematics. We have 5 black and x number of brown pair of socks, and price of black is 3 times the brown one. So correct will be 5 into 3y plus x into y, and incorrect will be x into 3y, because the clerk has interchanged the number of black and brown pairs, and it is said the incorrect value is 100% more than the correct value. 100% increment means it is twice the correct value. We simply equate these two things and we get the value to be 25. Moving on to the next question. You have another 1 minute. Attempt it and then we'll discuss it. I hope everyone has attempted the question. It is said that a student has to opt for 2 subjects out of 5 available subjects, namely commerce, economics, statistics, mathematics 1 and mathematics 2. And it is said mathematics 2 can be offered only if mathematics 1 is also opted. The number of different combinations of 2 subjects which can be opted. So there are 5 subjects: commerce, economics, statistics, maths 1, maths 2. And it is said that maths 2 can be taken only if maths 1 is completed. And we have to find different combinations of 2 subjects. So effectively, if we keep M2 aside, we have 4 possible subjects, and student has to choose 2 out of them. That is, he has to choose 4C2. Out of 4 possible, he can choose 2. Plus one more condition, if the student chooses M1, which is only possible in one way, then he can choose M2 also. So that is only one possibility, because M2 has to be taken along with M1 and just 2 subjects have to be taken. So that is possible only in one way, when the student has taken M1 and then he has to choose M2 also, then he can choose M2 also, and all other conditions are included in this. So total will be 4 factorial by 2 factorial into 4 minus 2 factorial plus 1, which is 4 into 3 divided by into 2 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 2 factorial plus 1. This comes out to be 7. So there are 7 possible combinations to choose 2 subjects. So answer will be option C. It was very simple question. You have to just see what is happening. There are 5 subjects, but 5th subject, that is M2, can be taken only if M1 is taken. So effectively only 4 possible combinations are there. Out of these 4, student can choose any 2 of them, that is 4C2 plus 1 when M1 is taken, so he can take M2 also, the student. So we have total 7 ways. Moving on to the next question. You have 1 minute and then we will discuss. I hope everyone has attempted the question. It is said a selection is to made for 1 post of principal and 2 posts of vice principal. Amongst the 6 candidates, only 2 are eligible for the post of principal, while they all are eligible for the post of vice principal. The number of possible combination, again combination, that means C, we have to apply NCR formula. Again, formula are secondary, we need to understand the question. For principal and for vice principal. For principal only 2 people are eligible, and for vice principal all 6 are eligible. Now since 2 are there, so 2C1, out of 2 we have to choose 1 for the post of principal, and for the, if 1 is chosen, 1 is left, so in effectively 5 people are eligible for the post of vice principal. Out of these 5 we have to choose two posts, so 5C2. This is the number of, like, see, there are 6 people in total. For principal position 2 are eligible, for vice principal all 6 are eligible. So out of 2 people we can choose 1 for principal, 2C1, and remaining 5 all are eligible for the post of vice principal. So from 5 we have to choose 2, that is 5C2. It is simply 2 plus 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial, 5 minus 3 factorial, or 5 minus 2 factorial is equal to 2 plus 5 into 4 divided by 2 factorial into 3 factorial into 3 factorial. On simplifying this we get 12. So there are 12 possible combination of selection for the post of principal and vice principal. I'll just summarize this. There are 6 people, 6 candidates eligible for the post of principal and vice principal. Out of 6, only 2 are eligible for post of principal. So out of these 2, there are 2 possible way, 2C1. Out of these 2 we have to select one combination, and after 1 is selected as principal, 5 people are left for the position of vice principal. Out of these 5 we have to choose 2, so 5C2, and then we simply solve this, and the total is 12. The 12 possible combination. I hope this concept of probability P and C is clear. Again, as you saw, not much formulas are required, rather logical reasoning is required to solve the question, and if we are clear in thought process, we can easily arrive at the answer. Thank you.